At the age of 12, Thomas Edison left home to work. He sold newspapers and candy on trains. He worked long days. He earned little money, but he learned important skills: independence, responsibility, observation. He also found new opportunities. On the train, Thomas met people from different places. He listened to stories. He learned about the world. And most importantly, he built another laboratory.
As a teenager, Edison worked as a telegraph operator. This job was perfect for him. It involved electricity signals machines. He worked at night. He experimented during the day. But once again, failure followed him. He lost jobs because he worked too slowly. He focused more on experiments than rules. Other people saw him as careless. He saw himself as learning. By now, one thing was clear. Thomas Edison was not book smart in the traditional way. He did not succeed in school. He did not follow rules easily, but he had curiosity, persistence, creativity. He believed intelligence was not about exams. It was about trying again and again. Later, Edison would say, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." By the end of his teenage years, Thomas Edison had not invented anything famous. He was poor. He was misunderstood. He had failed many times, but something powerful had already formed inside him. He was not afraid of mistakes. He trusted his process. He believed effort mattered more than talent. This mindset would change the world, but that change was still far away.
When Thomas Edison entered adulthood, his life did not suddenly improve. There was no miracle, no quick success, no moment when everything became easy. Instead, his life became harder, but this period, full of failure and struggle, shaped the man he would become.
As a young man, Edison moved from city to city. He worked as a telegraph operator, a job that required speed, focus, and technical skill. He sent and received messages using electrical signals. For Edison, this job was exciting. It involved electricity machines, communication. But there was a problem. Edison did not care much about rules. He worked at night. He slept during the day. He experimented during work hours. Many employers became angry. Again and again, Edison lost his job.
Edison began to invent seriously. His early ideas included voting machines, electric pens, improved telegraph systems. He believed these inventions would change the world, but the world did not agree. His first big invention, an electronic voting machine, failed. Politicians did not want it. They said it was too fast. They preferred slow voting. Edison was shocked. He had built something better, but nobody wanted it. This failure taught him a painful lesson. An invention is useless if people do not need it.
Instead of quitting, Edison adjusted his thinking. From that moment, he decided, I will invent things people actually want. I will solve real problems. I will listen to the market. This decision changed everything. Edison became known for his extreme work habits. He worked 16 hours a day, sometimes 20 hours, sometimes without sleep. He said sleep was a waste of time. People thought he was crazy, but Edison believed effort mattered more than comfort. He once said, I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun.
After many failures, Edison finally succeeded. He improved the telegraph system, making it faster and more efficient. This time, companies were interested. They paid him. For the first time, Edison had money. Not a lot, but enough to continue. With some success behind him, Edison made a bold decision. He built a research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. This was a revolutionary idea. Before Edison, inventors worked alone. Edison created a team, a system, a place for constant experimentation. Menlo Park became known as the Invention Factory.
At Menlo Park, failure was normal. Experiments failed every day. Wires burned, machines broke, ideas collapsed. But Edison did not see failure as defeat. He saw it as data. He famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that will not work." This mindset gave him power.
Edison was not an easy man to work with. He was demanding. He expected total dedication. He pushed his team hard, but he also inspired them. He showed that persistence matters. Curiosity is powerful. Hard work creates results. Slowly, his reputation grew. By the end of this period, Edison was not yet a global icon. He had some money, some success, many enemies, many critics. People still doubted him, but something important had changed. He now had a method, a team, a clear goal. He was ready for something bigger, much bigger.
By the time Thomas Edison began working on electric light, he was no longer a beginner. He had failed many times. He had succeeded a few times. And most importantly, he had learned how to work. But the challenge ahead of him would test everything he believed.
Before electricity, the world was dark. People used candles, oil lamps, gas lamps. These were dangerous. They caused fires, smoke, poor light. Cities were unsafe at night. Homes were limited by darkness. Edison believed this could change. He believed light could be safe, clean, and available to everyone.
Many people believe Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. This is not completely true. Electric light already existed. But there was a problem. Earlier light bulbs, burned out quickly, were too expensive, were not practical. Edison did not want to invent light. He wanted to invent usable light. Edison announced something bold. He said he would create a long-lasting light bulb, a complete electric system, power for homes and cities. Many people laughed at him. Some scientists said it was impossible. Others said Edison was lying. But Edison did not argue. He worked.
At Menlo Park, Edison and his team worked day and night. They tested different materials, different wires, different shapes, cotton, metal, wood, hair. Most failed, again and again. Each failure took time, money, and energy. People asked him, "How does it feel to fail so many times?" Edison replied calmly, "I did not fail. I learned what does not work." After more than 1,000 attempts, Edison found the answer. A carbon filament. It burned longer. It was stable. It was practical. On October 21st, 1879, the light stayed on. For hours, the impossible had happened.
Edison did not stop with the bulb. He built power stations, wiring systems, switches. In 1882, he opened the first electric power station in New York City. Homes lit up. Streets changed. The world was never the same. Fame and criticism. Edison became famous overnight. Newspapers called him the Wizard of Menlo Park. But success brought problems. Competitors attacked him. Scientists criticized his methods. One man, Nikola Tesla, became his rival. Their conflict would become legendary.
Edison worked endlessly. He ignored sleep health. Family success had a price, but Edison believed it was worth it. He said, "There is no substitute for hard work."
By the end of his greatest inventions, Thomas Edison was one of the most famous men in the world. But success did not bring peace. It brought new challenges, new conflicts, and new questions. This final part of his story is not only about achievement, it is about truth, imperfection, and legacy. As Edison became more powerful, he also became more controlling. He wanted to win, dominate markets, protect his inventions. He was not only an inventor anymore, he was a businessman. This changed how people saw him.
One of the biggest conflicts in Edison's life was called the War of Currents. It was a fight between direct current, DC, supported by Edison, alternating current, AC, supported by Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse. AC was cheaper and better for long-distance power. Edison refused to accept this. He believed DC was safer. But instead of debating peacefully, Edison attacked his rivals. To prove AC was dangerous, Edison supported public demonstrations where animals were electrocuted. These actions shocked people. Even today, this part of his life is controversial. It shows an important truth. Genius does not mean perfection. Edison was brilliant, but he was also human.
Nikola Tesla, once Edison's employee, became his greatest rival. Tesla was brilliant, quiet, visionary, but he lacked Edison's business skills. History now recognizes Tesla's importance. Many people believe Edison treated Tesla unfairly. This rivalry reminds us, great minds can still make great mistakes.
As Edison grew older, he continued to invent. He worked on motion pictures, batteries, sound, recording. But his energy slowly faded. New inventors appeared. New technologies replaced old ones. The world moved on. By the end of his life, Edison held over 1,000 patents. But his greatest contribution was not a single invention. It was a method. He showed the world how to experiment, how to fail, how to try again. He made invention systematic. Thomas Edison died on October 18, 1931, at the age of 84. On the night of his death, many cities turned off their lights for 1 minute. The world paused. The man who helped bring light to the world was gone.